25 best places to sleep when living in a car. Now, I'm someone who lives in my car. I've been doing that for a while, and well, over a year. And before I did that, I actually lived on the streets without a car. So I've been homeless on the streets without a car, and I've also been homeless with a car. So let's get into it. 25 best places to sleep when living in a car. Number 1, hotel. If they don't got security, go ahead and roll through. Don't leave it in the trash. Number 2, gym. Some places that aren't even 24 hours. I mean, you could still stay there, right? Number 3, truck stop, self-explanatory. Number 4, rest areas, self-explanatory. Don't leave trash, come in late and leave early. Number 5, 24-hour emergency room, very good place. You go roll in there, even you don't even get a stealth, right? Just chill. Security is seeing people stay there. They wait for family members, no big deal. Move on and move forward, right? Number 6, Walmart parking lot. Everybody knows that. Number 7, Crackle Barrel. Number 8, Bass Pro Shop, and then Cabela's. They let RVs, they let cars come through, especially at night. No big deal. Number 9, BLM land. I'll talk more about this towards the end, but BLM land, very easy. Number 10, National Forest or mountains. So if you get some mountains or you get some ditches next to you, or regular mountains, you pull off to the side of the road. You can go ahead and stay there. Number 11, apartment guest parking. Number 12, trailer parks, guest parking. Number 13, trucking companies and local and OTR, companies. So I used to be a truck driver, right? So a lot of these trucking companies have open, secured parking lots, and they also have street parking. You park right next to it. I've seen so many people sleep over there. It's not even funny. They sleep there and nobody gets called. So you can stay there and it's no problem, right? Towards the end of the video, I'm going to talk more about this stuff, so bear with me. 14, parking garage. You might have to pay a couple bucks, but you'll be left alone. 15, churches. Number 16, 24-hour food stores like Winco. I mean, any 24-hour place, just hide out. It's no big deal. Number 17, homeless shelters. So if you don't want to go into a homeless shelter, but they got parking there because people show up and they have cars, they got motorcycles, they have in and out, they got street parking. You don't have to go all the way in. I mean, you could talk to them if you want. It's no big deal. But yeah, you can park there and nobody's going to call on you. Number 17, well, actually, I just said this at 17. 18 is casinos. So if you're gambling or you're just going to the buffet, but people are coming and going, you could stealth. It's no problem. Number 19, campgrounds. Number 20, 24-hour gas stations. Number 21, welcome centers and way stations. So I used to do this when I was driving trucks. If I can't find a place to park, I'm going to go ahead and pull up to a way station, especially at night. Go ahead and pull my semi in there. It's got a 53-foot trailer. I got my tractor with me. That's where I'm driving. Pull in there. But you can pull with cars too, because cars pull up. Cars help out trucks so many times. They don't know if it's family visiting them, but I'm going to get into this towards the end of this video. But it could be family, it could be friends, it could be somebody who's visiting. It's not a big deal. It's late at night. You pull in late and you leave early. Nobody's even going to see you, right? So number 22, auto repair or mechanic shops. Show up late and leave early. Mechanics do trip out, so you use it sparingly, right? Number 23, street parking. You're able to park anywhere. I know the city ordinances and stuff like that. It all depends on where you're at, but you are allowed to park anywhere you can publicly without being towed unless you've been there for 72 hours or 48 hours. Check to see what the city ordinance is. But you pull up there, but the biggest thing is just try to hang back from the houses so they don't call in on you. You know what I mean? Number 24, Amazon warehouse or FedEx. Any place that's a 24-hour warehouse that has sorting. People are coming and going. You pull up there, you stealth. Nobody's even going to see you. Number 25, Walgreens or CVS. Most of them are 24 hours. Most hotels don't even have security, so it's easy. Come in late, leave early. Gyms that are 24 hours, some have security, but if you're stealthing, it shouldn't be a problem, right? Truck stops, just make sure they don't have any towing and you'll be okay, right? Rest areas, you're supposed to be able to stay there for at least 10 hours, and then you can roll off, just switch around. Number 5, 24-hour emergency room. Don't leave trash. Even if security sees you doing what you got to do while you're living in there, or you're sitting there for a while, because people are waiting, they're waiting for diagnosis and things like that. So you can slide through the radar, but don't leave trash, right? Number 6, Walmart parking lot. Don't leave trash. Very easy. Crackle Barrel, same thing. Number 8, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Definitely do not leave trash. Number 9, BLM land. You're allowed to boondock. Boondock means you're staying in your car. That means you don't have to pitch a tent. But they do have dispersed parking or dispersed camping. You can go ahead and do that. Just don't leave a trace. You're able to stay there for 14 days unless somebody catches you. If they catch you, they got to move on like 25 miles. Most of the time, they're not going to catch you. They're going to leave you alone. I've done all the stuff that I'm telling you right now, I've done myself. Okay. On national forest or mountains. Yeah, there's a lot of mountains you can pull off to the side of the road, or you go down a little area and you'll be left alone. Kind of like dispersed camping, but they'll leave you alone. With the national forest, most of the time you got to pay maybe $10-$20 and they'll leave you alone. Apartments, guest parking, that's a great place. You find a place that doesn't have gates, you have to have a security code to get in. Or if you're stealthy, you find out what that security code is, you let yourself in. You could be a boyfriend, you could be a girlfriend, or somebody's hanging out in the back. You stealth up, maybe they get used to your car. If they get used to your car, you're not going to be using the bathroom and not the car though. You're going to be chilling out, and you're going to be sleeping there, and eating there, and then keeping quiet, right? So number 12, trailer parks, guest parking, the same thing. A lot of these trailer parks will have the parking by the management, and then the other trailer parks, the trailers are further away. Stay there. You come in late, you leave early. That's my guidance, right? You got a parking garage, you pay for parking, they're going to leave you alone. Just don't leave any trash, especially in Las Vegas area. Just pay it and leave, they'll leave you alone, right? You got churches, you pull into church, same thing. Pull in late and leave early. I would recommend actually going in and talking to the rev, talking to somebody there and be like, hey, I'm just staying here a couple nights of the week. I won't bother. I'm like a security. I'll make sure nothing happens. Are you okay with that? It is private land, so they need permission to tow you or yell at you in a car. They're not going to trip on you, especially if you got owner's permission. If they pull up at 2 o'clock in the morning, what are you doing here? I'm allowed to be here, Okay, they have the burden of the proof. They got to go ahead and find out, can they actually tow you? Is there a sign saying no parking? Those are things you got to look out for, right? 24-hour stores like Winco, yeah, you just chill back, buy a couple of items, have a receipt on you, fall asleep, so you got tired. They're gonna leave you alone. Homeless shelters. 9 times out of 10, homeless shelters are always at capacity. Even when they're not capacity, they got street parking, or they actually have a private parking lot. Don't do anything crazy like drink a beer or do anything like that. Smoke. Have a bad habit and go around there. They will call the cops. You just gotta chill out. Go in there and go to sleep and let security know, because most of them do have security. Most of them are homeless anyways, and they're just trying to provide for the place that they're staying at, which you got to respect. And you just talk to them regular, man. Talk to them like a regular person. Like, hey man, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm just chilling back. You could be honest and say I got PTSD. I can't go in a place that's got a lot of people around. So I'm just chilling over here, trying to go to sleep. You ain't got to worry about me. And don't leave trash. You don't do that kind of stuff, and they're going to leave you alone, right? Casinos would love for you to gamble. You pull into a place like that where it's got free parking, get some buffet, man, you can, dude. It's not an issue, right? Campgrounds, you pay a little bit of money most of the time, and you can boondock, walk around. Boondocking is staying in your car or throw up a tent. Throwing up a tent is camping, but boondocking is staying in your car. 24-hour gas stations. There's a lot of places that have a little place off the cut for employees to park. You park there, they get used to you, especially if they got a midnight shift and they're staying in there and they got the doors locked, but people got to come through, and then they'll go ahead and grab whatever the people want. That's normally West Coast type stuff, but for the most part, you ain't got to worry about any of that stuff. Welcome centers and way stations, like I said before, welcome stations, they don't care for in their car. I know that people, people who don't drive semis, they might think like, I can't pull into a way stations to sleep because it's one for trucks. It's for anybody. No way stations have ever tripped on me in my car or in a semi. They'll just let you be, especially if you're just being okay. If you're leaving trash and urinating and starting fights, no, they're not going to have that no matter what, who, when, why, or how. They don't care about that, right? Street parking, yeah, public parking is allowed for the most part. Check your city ordinances. If you do that kind of stuff, there is, you can't be homeless type law that just passed. Just be careful. And then Amazon warehouse and FedEx and 24-hour sorting stations. You can pull up into an Amazon that's open 24 hours, or a place that's shoveling mail or sorting like FedEx or UPS or whatever. You pull in there. Now they might say no overnight parking, but they have no idea if you're really staying there or not. You stay there in one parking spot, and you're stealth, and you sleep, and then you get off. Don't use my stuff as the end all be all. But however, you can use this to make an educated guess. But everything relies on yourself, so don't throw it against me. And then of course Walgreens, CVS, that's 24 hours. So Walgreens and CVS, that's 24 hours. You park in the parking lot. For all they know, that anybody comes through, a cruiser, cruiser cop, other people that are just trying to buy something, they'll see somebody, the car in the parking lot. Most likely, they're going to think that you work there or you're somebody shopping there, which is no big deal.